Hey lovelies, thank you for stopping by my channel tonight. Welcome to our swatch party. I am so very excited for tonight, you guys. Oh my gosh, we have some beautiful shadows to play with tonight from Glam Shop. Now, just spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you the minute I opened up this package, I was like, I wish I'd bought more. I'm just going to say just the experience of opening up this beautiful package of single shadows was so enjoyable, and they're so beautiful and unique that I was very excited. Now, if we haven't met before, I just want to quickly introduce myself. My name is Kelly, and I am a professional hair and makeup artist, and here on my channel, I strive to keep things real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if you want to keep beauty real, come join me here on my channel, click subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. That's beauty videos. So I'm just going to pop on over to the chat to see who we have joining us tonight. Hey, Rupee. Oh yes, Glam Shop. We are here for it. Hey, Molly. Thank you guys so much for hopping on in here. Now, I do also want to say for anyone watching this video after the live, I want to let you know that I always try to go through and give you some timestamps so you can hop right into the goodness if you want to skip out on the chit chat. But I'm sure we're going to have some fun chit chat tonight because we have some great things. Not only do we have some great Glam Shop shadows, I have some Rephr brushes. I did get the new set of 4 brushes in, so we will be playing with those. I haven't touched them yet. I wanted to, but I wanted to give you guys my first impressions. And we also have some brand new lashes. So I got 3 of the new lashy shades. I threw it up on Instagram to see which shade or which, I guess, style you guys would like to see tonight. So we'll be going over that as well. So lots of fun things to play with. Now, if you're not familiar with Glam Shop, this is an indie brand based in Poland, and they have become quite the rage here on the YouTube space. Now, I first heard about this brand through Millie over from Bad to the Brow and Rupee Minhas, who's right here in our chat. By the way, everybody should wish Rupee a happy early birthday. So tomorrow is her birthday. It's tomorrow, right, Rupee? So we had a little fun little Zoom last night and had a great time. So everybody can congratulate her on her wonderful birthday. And let's see, should I show you guys some of the shades that we are going to be swatching? So we're going to be playing with 14 shadows. And this is just so funny. Like, this is just me, but I had put 13 shadows into my cart and I was like, 13? Well, that's not going to go into a palette very well. Like, I either need 12 or I need 14. And I didn't want to get rid of one, so I added an extra one. And like I said, I'm already regretting not getting more. Now, like I said, this company is based in Poland. And honestly, like, I felt like they shipped fairly quickly. I would say that I got mine, it was probably about 20 days altogether. So I do have these in my little Divina, like little magnetic palettes. I'm going to need more. So I'll zoom in so you guys can see. So I do have tonight, we have a Holo shade. We have some of the new Marble formula. We have some of the Turbo Glow. I don't know if I have the one that's like the Turbo, I can't remember. I wrote it down for you guys so we can go over the details, but the one that's the pressed glitter, I don't think I got any of those. It's these ones on the top that all look the same right now, but they're going to be different. It's so funny. You guys can tell I have a vibe, that like peachy, champagne-y, rose goldy thing. That's my thing. So the rest of these are Divina in here, but we're going to swatch all of these. We will play with these. I am very, very curious about this Marble formula. I don't know if anybody has played. I know right here in the chat, we have a few people who have some of these. Hey, Kara, thank you for popping on in. And we've got Lock Maiden. Everybody's starting to come in to see some of the fun shadows. So these are the Marble shades. If you guys can see here, these are the ones that kind of have the like flocked multicolors. And Glam Shop has said that you can like pack these on to get that more like multi-tonal look, or of course you can mix and swipe to get sort of that like whole, I guess I would say, mixed vibe. So what I thought I would do when we do our swatches, and you guys let me know if you want to see this, what I thought I would do, because these to me seem like a pressed flaky, which I'm a little nervous for because that's not always my favorite formula, just because I do feel like it adds texture to the lids. So we're going to have to see and play with that. But what I thought I would do for swatch purposes is I would do one swatch mixed, and then I thought I would do one over a glitter glue just packed on so that you guys can see that. Let me know if you do want to see that. If you do, I will do that for you. If you guys are like, nah, not really, then we'll skip that. But I thought that that might be kind of interesting to see just how we can play with these marbles. So we're going to lose our marbles over these marbles, I have a feeling. So let me just hop over. So you'll have to let me know, for those of you that are in the chat. I know most of you have done an order or are waiting for an order, I feel like, other than Jeremy. I don't think he's done an order. But if you wanted to, baby, you could do an order for me. So let's see. Why don't we just go ahead and dig right in? I'm going to pull up some of my details on this. Now, of course, I wanted to pull up some of the pricing for you. Because this is coming from Poland, it is really going to depend on the exchange rate. So I just today calculated the cost and changed this to US dollars from euros. Of course, the exchange rate varies, so that will depend on what it is when you look. As of today, it was like 1.18 US dollars for every euro, so that's what I'm going off of. So let's go ahead and bounce right into the goodness. What I'm going to do for you guys is I'm just going to zoom you guys in. We'll lower the ring light just a bit and get right into this. That's the wrong way, Kelly. Okay. So I hope everybody had a good Sunday. If you guys caught on Instagram, I was showing you guys we were doing a little work over at the rental, kind of getting things ready to be jazzed up, doing a little painting, a little reflooring. So I'm just going to throw some swatches right on here for you guys. I do have a little paint that I couldn't get off from our day. I just couldn't do it. Hello to the painted lip. Thank you for hopping on in. All right. So why don't we start out, because I only got one of the holo shades. We'll just go right into that. So these are packed in pretty tight. So I'm going to use my little tweezers here to pull these up. I will say what I need to purchase next is not eyeshadows, but magnetic palettes. So you guys will have to drop in and let me know some of your favorite magnetic palettes, because I need more. And it's really bugging me to have different brands in the same palette. I just need like separation. And I do really enjoy my, what is it? Like my Adept one that's like the dual fold out. It's got like the flip flop. It's like a trapper keeper, except it's so bulky. And I think I just want like one thing. I don't know. It was a lot and I feel like it's almost too much, but I could definitely see needing something that big for all of these Glam Shop shadows. Okay. So you guys, I'm going to try to pronounce these as well as I can. So the first one that I have is the Holo na Cieplo. That is this one right here. We'll zoom in so you guys can see. So the painted lip is asking about the shipping. I do believe that they say that it's approximately 20 business days from when you place your order. Sorry, before we get swatching, I just want to like check here. Oh no, Locke, I'm so sorry to hear that your order's on hold. Friday. Well, hopefully, maybe it's just because it's the weekend. Hopefully you'll get some info soon. You'll have to keep us updated. Baby, you're so sweet. I just have eyebrows. So thank you. I'm glad you think that me in my natural state looks good. All right. So Rupee's getting the deets for us. So 20 working days for regular shipping. UPS might be around 16 working days. And I did do UPS. And I think mine was like, it was like right on that. Like I was starting to get impatient. I think it was 18-ish days. Okay, so let's do some swatching here. So I've got all of my, got a wipe, I've got a makeup towel, we're ready to roll. All right, so I am not usually a huge holo shadow person, but this shade looked really pretty. It looks like this like nice, sorry, I'm gonna wait till this gets into focus for you guys. Just this nice kind of like more neutral shade. So I think that this is my kind of holo. I will say every single one of these that I've touched at all is very, very soft. So if you are someone who tends to be a bit of a beast with your shadows, you are going to want to go in with a delicate hand. Now, okay. So I've also had a lot of people reach out and they're like, okay, is this like, is it glitter or is it sparkle? So I would definitely say that this is sparkle. Like, that is the finest And you guys probably won't even be able to see it. I might try turning up the light to see if that actually shows the shimmer a little bit more. This almost feels like a cream shadow. It's so creamy. There we go. I mean, it is like the shiniest, shimmeriest, beautiful shade. I am so excited that I got this one because I think it's sort of like that beautiful, I mean, you guys can see as it's like packed on my finger here. Like that like really holographic, beautiful look. And I did see that they have they did bring out a new holo now too. So if anybody else is going to be like me and go back in and place another order, there you go. Now, I do want to warn you guys, this is going to stain a little bit. I have a feeling. Face, get out of focus. There we go. Because that just came off of my my finger. Kara says their next dispatch. You guys, I'm having problems talking tonight. I don't know what it is, but that their next dispatch is on Wednesday. Now, Kara, Miss Beauty and the Frizz, I know she got quite the big order and she was showing me some of the palettes. And I was like, why did I sleep on these palettes? Because I got these shades when they were having a sale. And I was just like, oh, you probably don't need a palette. Just get some singles. And I was like, why? Why did you do that? You should have gotten a palette. So I wouldn't be surprised if I hop back in and try to get a palette. Thank you, babe. Thank you for hopping in. Jeremy's leaving to go do some work. So these holos are $8.91 per shadow. And that's, again, with the exchange rate right now. So that's US dollars. These are so pretty. I am so glad that I got this. It's so, so creamy. All right. Now we're going to hop into some of these. Ooh, let's see. Let's pull some of these up. These are some of the Turbo Glow pigments. And this one looks like Backs. So you guys know I'm all about like a nice green. And this is like that like grungy, like a grungy citrine peridot type color. It's very, very pretty. I will say though, and I know that they go by net weight, but this shadow is significantly pressed much further down into this pan. So it doesn't feel quite as heavy either, but I don't know if net weight changes it a little bit. So that's just one thing that I did notice. So all of the Turbo Glow are $6.25, which I think, you guys, when we get into some of these beautiful, unique shades, that's pretty reasonable, I would say. All right. So let's see. Oh, Laguna. Okay. Yes, I did see that one. I saw Laguna on the site. So let's go ahead and take this guy. Yeah, these all feel, they're textured on your finger, but they swatch really creamy. And this is definitely going to be a formula that I would recommend doing your eyes first and then going through and do your base, which is always, it's a little different than what I normally do, but because these have that like really glittery feel, that's probably going to be the best way to go. So you guys can see just that beautiful, like shifty, shimmery glitter. Like it's just, it's high impact. And the sparkle on these is so fine. Like if you guys saw, I posted my, my look from yesterday on Instagram and I used one of the shades. I'll actually do it next. It's the Tulle shade. And like the micro fine sparkle that is in these shadows is so different. It doesn't feel gritty. It's not chunky at all. It just gives you that beautiful, like something different. I love it. So I'm definitely going to enjoy this shade this spring. That's going to be really beautiful. All right. Very delicately, let's move on to that teal shade. And I'll show you guys the pan just so you can see. Sorry, camera. There we go. Yeah, and Molly, I saw that before you said that the camera just doesn't do these justice, and it's so true. So this is very shifty. I was surprised when I put it on my eye because it is more of like almost like a green base, but it has this beautiful reflect to it. Like it's like if a mint and a teal had a baby. Now, granted, I put it like straight over my eyelid And since I do have a little bit warmer skin tone, that warmth probably came through. So you guys can see there. I'm going to start like bringing these over onto the curve just so we can catch any shift that we might get. But like, I mean, the finest sparkle. I honestly don't know that I've gotten a sparkle like this before. Oh, so pretty. Okay. I'm just going to have my own little private moment with these. So sorry if you guys are like, Kelly, stop like turning your arm. We just need to move on to the next shade. All right. So I figure we can, you know, I'll go and check out all the other content creators so that we can see all the swatches and we can decide what our next purchase will be. This one is Vegas. This is one of those that it's like, it's so hard to catch the magic on. I know the duochrome on these is crazy. Now I did not get any of the multi-chrome shades. I actually think they might have all been sold out by the time I did my purchase, because I did my purchase on like the last day of the sale. It was like, you know, 4 hours before the sale closes. I was like, oh, well, now would be the time to order, like under pressure. So I went in and ordered, and I think either they were all out of stock or honestly, it was shades that I felt like I kind of already have. So I didn't get any of the multi-chrome, but honestly, these, the Turbo Glow have a lot of duochrome shift to them. So they might not technically be multi-chrome, but you're definitely going to see a duochrome out of it. So this is one that's, I mean, I think we've seen things that are similar to this, but I don't know. It's like, as far as the shift goes, you know, there are other shades out there like this Vegas shade, but that sparkle, like it just dances a little bit more than anything I've seen. So I'm going to pull up here. Yeah, Molly, I would agree. I think not only do I want to use either a glitter glue or wetting my brush to make them like pop a little bit more. I think it's just nice because then you get less fallout, in all honesty. That's just one of those things that like I just tend to do most of the time. I think actually though, when I did that look yesterday, I didn't wet my brush. I'm like 99% sure of it, just because the first time I use a shadow, I always want to try using it like as is, just to see how it works. But I did use a primer, not a tacky, like not like a glitter glue, but I used a primer, but it was still kind of damp. All right. Rupi says she got a multi-chrome, but it's nothing special. Hey, Caitlin, thank you for hopping in. All right, guys, I'm just trying to like catch up with the chat here. All right. If I miss anything, you guys like holler at me again. All right. This next shade is so pretty. And like side by side, this one in Vegas look a little bit the same, but they are totally different. This is Laser, which I know is a very popular one. So this has that like green, purple shift. You're just, you can't even see it. And I did post the pictures of this on Instagram and in the pan. And I was like, oh, it is just so hard to get the magic. And I was like trying to figure out how to catch it all. But you guys can see even just here on the back of my finger, like if I can get it to stop looking at my face, there we go. Oh, just so pretty. So in the pan, they looked similar. I was like, why did I get these two similar shades? And then I was like, oh no, they're different. This is going to be fun for spring. So you guys can see that's Laser. So pretty. And the one right above it is Vegas. So Laser definitely has that little bit more blue, teal, pink vibe. And it has definitely a lighter base. So pretty. All right. I'm just checking to see. This must be a marble. Okay. So now we're going to swatch the 3 that I got that are like, when I got these, I was like, what in the world? And that is the one thing. So I will be honest. I feel like the Glam Shop pictures on the website can be a little bit misleading. I feel like you definitely have to do your research in looking at swatches because, you know, of course, what is the picture of the pan isn't necessarily going to be anything like what they swatch like. So definitely want to do a little bit of research. But when I got these 3, and luckily they don't all look the same once they're out, but I was like, wow, Kelly, what are you doing? They're all like that, like champagne-y business, but we will swatch them and you guys can see I'm probably not crazy. It's like a good pair of black high heels, right? They might look the same to someone, you know, just glancing at your closet, but you know the difference. So here we have, oh no, this one is going to be, hold on. I'm going to pull up some English. Try to anyway. Please stand by. I think I'm going to. I can't even try to do this one. Okay, so nope, this one doesn't have it. So it's Rosso Zlotto. So oh, there we go. So this looks like just a really pretty, nice, very creamy, like taupey champagne. But oh my gosh, this shade feels so creamy. This is like probably one of the creamiest shimmer shades I've ever used. So crazy. It's going to look mighty close to my skin tone. Sorry about that. Yeah, Tori, that's like you with black boots. Oh yes. Thank you, Rupi. That is great because I also watched Marta as well. Thank you for reminding me. So that's another great person to look at for swatch videos. All right, then we have Zabrina Broskwinia. Whoa, I'm so sorry to anybody who can actually speak Polish. You guys, I loved when Millie did her video and she's just like spouting off the names like it's nobody's, like, no big deal. I was like, oh, sounded so beautiful. You guys, I am getting lots of little flakes here right onto my vanity. So this one definitely has a peachier undertone and it's a little bit lighter. So that one's going to catch the light. So I'll back up just a little bit. So this one definitely has that like taupier, almost purplish undertone. And then Zabrina Broskwinia is the one that that has that peachy tone. All right. Oh, you think that's rose gold? Why are this one is not on my, the English translation isn't on my order, so I'm just going in. I'm going in for it. All right, so this last one is the one in my video on Instagram from that look is what I had on my inner corner, and this is Top Nude. I knew right away that I wanted to get this one. It looks like your basic kind of like champagne-y shade, but it really has this beautiful like pinky and also like icy blue, icy teal little shift going on. And it's definitely pinkier. And this one again is Top Nude. So all three are very different, I think. I think I did an okay job. Okay job doing these. So these are all the Turbo Glow. So these are all in that $6.25 range. Of course, depending on what the exchange rate is the day that you buy them. So I will say I was looking at the exchange rate, and I feel like it dipped down in favor of US dollar. It dipped down just a little bit. So after the video would be a good time to add to cart, maybe, because I think it was a little bit over that. I think actually when I did my order, it was like 133 when I did my last order. So, all right, now let's get into some of these marbles. So when you guys, do you guys want me to do that where we swatch, like mix both, and then we also just like pat? Do you guys want to see that? I just thought that would be kind of interesting. That way we can kind of see. I have to say it is going to break my heart though, to start like mixing some of these shades. Oh, it's just like, but they're so pretty. And then we'll do that on this arm here. Hey, Anara. All right, beverage break. Tonight's beverage of choice is Fresca. I don't know if any of you watch The Boys on Amazon. That's on Amazon Prime, I think. And every time I do it, I think of Fresca and that show. If you haven't seen it, you wouldn't get it, but love me a good Fresca. Okay. It makes me think of like my grandparents though, man. My grandpa could get down on a Fresca. All right. So let's go ahead and start with the marble shade Alexis. So this is definitely like it might look gold, but next to a gold, and I'll show you guys here the two that I have, but this is definitely more of like a copper or bronze with the blue. Super pretty. And we have some chatting about the mattes. So honestly, you guys, I really haven't been curious to try any mattes other than I want more Divina mattes. And I keep waiting and I keep stalking. I keep waiting and I keep stalking for Divina mattes. But other than that, I really love my Sydney Grace mattes. And I still have so many of the original Makeup Geek formula that I really enjoy those as well. And that's the other shadows that was used in that look from yesterday was Makeup Geek, the original formula. So we also have Mara, which is Nightmare. And so this is more of that like gold. So I'll hold these two up so you guys can see. Whoop. So this is Nightmare and this one is Alexis. So you guys can see, I think they're really close to the same blue, but Nightmare has more of a gold. All right, so why don't we go ahead and do the glitter glue? Yeah, Molly, I think that these look flaky as well. If nothing else, I will probably put them with a mixing medium and probably just mix them to make a beautiful like shade, because if they're like super flaky, I'm probably not going to love that like texture. And I will definitely be putting one of the marbles on my eyes so that we can see how it performs. All right. So, whoa, I don't know why I wore a shirt with white in it. So I'm not quite sure how to do this, but there you guys can see that's some of Alexis. Caitlin's asking, where can I buy these? If I didn't put the Glam Shop website in, I'm sorry, it would be, let me pull that up for you. Oh, I thought that I put it in the description. So it's glam-shop.pl. So that would be the website. All right, before this glitter glue dries here. So I'm just going to pack this on so you guys can see. I'm just like tapping this in so that we can see what this looks like if you don't like buff it. And I will say, I feel like the copper in here is a little bit more flaky than the gold. So that's just with my finger. You guys can kind of see, like, I don't know how I feel about that. That's obviously like a really dark shade to do that with. So let's go ahead and just do a little swirl with our finger. because mine obviously was more of that like gold shade on the top, or that copper shade on the top. So I'm going to be curious to see what this looks like as I dig through in if it's going to get more blue. I'll be really curious to see that. Oh, Caitlin, no problem. I'm sorry that I didn't do that. I will be making sure to add that if it's not already in the description box, for anyone that is looking as well. So I'm just going to do a swatch right above that. So these are definitely textured shadows, you guys. So, oh, chunky. Hold on. They are like really giving me some chunky vibes, but that still is, I mean, even though it's a dark base, you're going to get that really pretty like shift. So I feel like putting it on just as is, like trying to tap it on, it's really chunky, but I could see this up on the top being really pretty, but they are kind of messy. And you guys can see. So that's, I mean, obviously if you really emulsified it, for lack of a better term, that is a very pretty shade. I have a mess all over on the countertop. So this is not a shadow I would be recommending to put on, like if you're wearing a white dress and you don't have something protecting you. Yes, the website is automatically in euros. You can change the language a little bit up in the drag down bar, but the prices do come up in euros. Okay, so now let's do Mara, which is Nightmare. And we'll do that right next to this one. So if you guys wanted to see what these are going to look like. I need to get a new glitter glue. I know Amanda talks about that. Oh my gosh, now I can't remember what it is. But I really, really need a new glue. Okay, so we're just going to take our finger and I'm just going to pick some of this up. And again, these marbles actually come up right now as $4.83 today with the exchange rate. And then I've got to find where that glitter glue is. And I'm just kind of popping this on. Just like press and pat. This would not be, I'm not going to lie, this is not an application that I would recommend just because it does get a little chunky. Hey, Aileen. Oh, girl, you're okay. There's always the replay, but yeah, it's chunky. It's so chunky. It's okay, Aileen. I will show this arm and I can go over these shades again at the end. All right. So right now we're going into the blues, which I know are your favorite. So let's just go ahead and do a little swipe all together of this one. These feel very, very, just so you guys can see. Come on, face. There we go. They feel so thick, I guess I would say. Very, very thick. So this, there's no pat. This is a swipe. This feels like a thick cream shadow. Wow. I am not giving the straightest swatches for you guys. My apologies. But you can see this base has a much deeper blue, but obviously I feel like I got mostly the copper shade on Alexis. So that's probably also going to make a difference. Oh, hold on, guys. Power. I'm having power issues. There we go. My laptop wasn't plugged in. Okay. So you're going to get that deeper base. And then you can see that that's much more gold and less coppery. So that's Nightmare. And these are $4.83. Let's pull down our sleeves. So now that we've done two with the little pat method, I feel like we can all agree that that's probably not the way that we would go with it. So I am not going to do that again because it's making a mess. It is making a mess. I will be very curious to see what my arm is like when I can swatch this off. Hey, Natalia. Oh, oh, David. I love that show. Oh, so good. I'm so sad that it's done. All right, I'm just taking a wipe here to try to like clean up some of the eyeshadow shrapnel. All right. So let's go into a couple of these other shades. Oh, you guys, I missed a shade. Oh, I missed a Turbo Glow shade. We'll go back to that one. I cannot believe it because it was one that I was really excited to do. All right. So then we have the marbled shade Fashion for Success. So this one reminds me of Katniss's outfit, like when she was like getting ready to go into the Hunger Games. Does anybody remember like when they had all the like flame and fire? I was like, ooh, Katniss. All right. Pull up the sleeve. And again, I'm just going to go through. So this is pulling up flakes as I like try to pull some out. So just be very careful, but you guys can see. Ooh, pretty. Okay, I'm going to try to do a little bit more of a straighter swatch. Don't worry, I'll be back. Okay, this one is beautiful. Wow. So that is Fashion for Success. So pretty. You guys, what happened? Like my swatches over here look so pretty. We've got like Pretty Princess Land. And then this is like, I don't know. I feel like somebody else did these swatches. Okay. It's all good. Yes, it is fire. Oh, you guys, it stained. It stained real good. So just be aware. Okay. Then right next to it, we're going to put Scandal. You guys know I love me a good orange. Thank you, Natalia. This side, the swatches are gorgeous. Not so much on this other side. It's okay. If I can do 50%, I'm going to be happy with myself. So this is Scandal. So you're definitely going to get much more of that. Ooh, pretty. So this is definitely more of that like orange soda, orange with gold. So you guys can see how that gold shimmer. Ooh, yes, they would be very beautiful together. Yeah. I mean, just look at this. Like I literally just want to like go Wayne Goss on myself and just like swatch it all over my face. Okay. I think we have one more of the marble. So you guys, honestly, I could see these ones, especially in these lighter shades, these marbles, and I don't mean like lighter, but obviously these with the blue base, you're going to get a much darker look. I'm going to take a darker swatch of that Alexis. I want to see if I can get, or a thicker swatch. See if I can get a little bit more of that blue out of it. Maybe I'm also just trying to like take away some of the shame of my crappy swatches up top. Okay, so here is Alexis again. So, I mean, that's going to be an interesting one, but I feel like I would be worried that it would just look almost patchy on the eye just because of the copper reflect if you didn't pair it with like a dark color. You know what I mean? So especially up here where it's that like chunky, I just feel like it's going to look really patchy if you try to do it in that like tap. But it's very pretty. I mean, you can see just like that shift. I'm also getting a little bit of a workout here. Let me just say. Yeah, the dark, it doesn't just look messier. It is messier for sure. 100%. Okay. So this last one is Affair. So Very pretty light shade. All right. I'm trying to clean my fingers off as well as I can. Ooh, you guys. So this one is not as flaky. It feels a lot more like a ColourPop shade, you know, like that like squishy texture. So definitely not as flaky, which I noticed in the pan, it almost looks like it looked like bubbles, I guess I would say. So this is like almost like a ultraviolet. So pretty. Wow. I mean, you guys can see it on my finger right here. Definitely has that like rosy kind of, then that like ultraviolet, little bit of like a bluey, icy shade in there. Super, super pretty. So that's that shade as well. So gorgeous. Okay. So we're going to come back over to the other side here because I have one more in my little palette here that I didn't put up here. So we have this shade, which is a Total Kelly shade. And this is, ooh, it's a Turbo Glow shade, and it says Turbo Wata Kukroa. Wow, okay. Let me see if I've got that one on my, I'm actually, Kara, I don't know if Kara's still here, but I'm pulling up our text message where we were sharing the shadows that we got. So this is, well, this is that last one that I have for you guys. So, so pretty. All right. We're going to find room for this one. Oh, and this is, again, another Turbo Glow. I mean, you guys, like, there is something, I mean, with these Turbo Glows being six and a quarter, that's pretty awesome. Whoa, hold on. My astigmatism's kicking in. Thought I could do one without having to look at it, but it's a fail. Ooh, that's pretty. You guys see that? So this actually looks a little different on the skin than I thought it would, because it gets rid of some of that peach, but I feel like in the light, it's looking a little different as well. So if you guys want to see, I think it'd be interesting to see it next to this one here. So let's do it. Because some of that like really intense shade kind of goes away, I feel like. So you guys can see this one above it definitely has more of that like violety blue. And then this one has that like sherbet and like magenta fuchsia. So pretty. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, Molly, I agree. Like I thought that I would see more of the orange in it. I wonder if you put it on a pink shadow, if the orange one would, if the orange would come out more. I don't know. Yes, Natalia, this is the truth. So I think the key is to not give in to rushing into an order. Like just seeing something, be like, oh, I need all of these and I'm going to, you know, get them all. I think, like, I know I watched 3 or 4 videos and looked at the swatches online. I actually had put a whole cart together and then waited a few days and then I forgot to save my cart. So I had to go back in and like do a whole other cart, but you just can't give in to the like pressure of I need it right now. You have to take some time, watch some videos, see some swatches, and then, you know, get like 3 shades. Like that was one of the big reasons why I didn't get any of the multi-chromes. Because I was like, well, I feel like these are nice, but like all the other shades, I was really looking for things that I didn't have in my collection. And especially like these ones here, I feel like were a total hit because I don't have anything like that with that, like that micro fine shimmer. And these ones as well. So pretty. It's just like, they're so shifty and they're less like there's less of a feel of sparkle than some of the others. So do you guys want to see any comparisons? Oh, hey, Millie, thank you for popping in. So do you guys want me to pull out some, like maybe some of the Divina so that we can see some of the texture? I would kind of be curious to see. Millie's saying that she has not. Oh, that's Rupee. Hold on. Millie said that the multi-chromes maybe aren't that good. So stick with the ones that are great. All right, so let's pull out some of my Divina just so we can sort of see. I'm not even necessarily looking for like shade to shade, but just seeing texture. Oh, I just stuck my thumbnail into a Cleona shadow, you guys. Okay, so let's take Tucana because I feel like this has some of that shift that the last one did that we just put on. Millie, I was saying that hearing you pronounce all these shades was just awesome. So what was the last one that we just pulled out? Of course, now I'm not going to have it. What was this one? So this was Turbo Wata Kakrawa. I don't know how close I'm getting with that, but that's right next to Tucana. So you guys can see there, Tucana definitely has more gold to the shift, whereas the Glam Shop one definitely has that pinkier tone to it, which is so surprising because you see so much orange in the pan. But Tucana is one of my like go-to shades, so I'm excited to have something that, you know, kind of still has some really fun sparkly vibes. All right. Let's grab this one if I can manage to not dig my nail into it. What do we got here? So let's take Mystic Moon Pie. And we're going to pop this in between these two here. Oh, you guys, I think we have a dupe. It's pretty darn close. So can you guys see this one? Sorry, I'm trying to do this like mirrored. This is Mystic Moon Pie. And then we have the two shades from Glam Shop here. Let me pull those out again. So that was Vegas and Laser. So which one was it that's like really, really close? So it's Vegas that is kind of coming off like Mystic Moon Pie. I feel like, so let me get Vegas one more time. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys these on my finger. So they have different texture, but very similar like feel to them. So I will say though, I feel like the Divina ones feel a little bit grittier, like nothing that you're going to notice on the eye at all, but in the pan, I feel like that like feel is similar. So the Glam Shop are just that little bit creamier, almost like wet formula. I will say that they're also a little bit squishier, and I feel like they would maybe be a little more fragile. So if any of you guys were thinking of getting Vegas, but you have Mystic Moon Pie, you might decide you don't need it. I don't really see anything else here in my collection that is similar, but I just wanted to see texturally how these kind of compared. Let me just make sure that I'm putting everything back in place. All right. So you guys, let's go ahead and do a little play, unless you have anything else that we're wanting to see. You can color match almost any color with Sherwin-Williams. All right. So does anybody have a shade that they're wanting to see used on my face? Well, on my eyeballs. Let's go ahead and use for sure one of these marbles. And then we can do something on like either side, like maybe one and one. So let me know in the comments while I'm putting on some eye primer what you guys would like to see. I'm going to go ahead and use this Pero Primero primer from Alamar. And I'm going to take a sip of Fresca. Hashtag not sponsored. And we do have our Rephr brushes to use tonight, which I'm so excited for. I also have a few new brushes that I got from MAC at the cosmetic company store outlet. I went in, so of course I saw Aileen at Aether Beauty. She's in there right now. I saw her haul from the CCS and I was like, oh, I gotta go. And you know, she bought all the things and I left with, I did get a Tom Ford palette, my very first one. So first impressions on that'll be coming soon. But I left with that and 3 75% off MAC brushes. But I thought that these looked really good for shadows just like this, you guys. I got the 248, which is just a really nice small packing brush. I also got the 283, which is a really nice like flat brush, but it has some duo fiber on the end. So I thought that that would be really good for like a one and done if you just want to pack a shade on and then just use the duo fiber end to like blend out into your crease. And then I got the 211, which I'm sure is probably meant to be a lip brush, but I thought that this would be really good to use as an inner corner. So that will be really enjoyable. And then of course, to pack on the lid, we'll be able to use the new Rephr 28. So Millie's saying that for the marbles, she prefers to use her finger or a silicone applicator. I do have a silicone applicator that I got out as well. So we'll be able to use this one as well. So thanks, Millie. Hey, Steven, happy anniversary. Thank you for popping on to say hi. All right, so I am just going to take a synthetic brush to pop on some of this primer. So Millie, it takes a lot for me to use my finger. I'm not gonna lie. But I will, like on the center of the lid, I can do it. It's just like, oh, the accuracy isn't there for me. And it just drives me nuts. And hopefully you guys are letting me know what shadows you want to see. I'm just gonna, has anybody used this Alamar Cosmetics primer? It's really, it feels, I've used it one other time. Oh, a couple times actually. It's a nice tacky base. So I thought it would be good to try out with these. And then I can throw a glitter glue on as well. I'm also wondering how much of these swatches I'm getting all over my white shirt right now. I don't know why I decided to do white. When we're doing these swatch parties, I always like to wear something white or black so it's not like too clashy. But white probably wasn't the best choice for tonight. All right, so we are tacky AF and ready to go. All right, I'm just going to look up here to see if anybody chose a shade. Looking. I don't see anything. All right. So, what do you guys think? Like, of course I want to go through with this green one, but I'm wondering if we should use, I don't know, Scandal. Oh, okay. Of course we'll use Scandal on the other eye. Yeah, this arm, the orange. Okay, let's use Scandal first. Was that Scandal? No, Scandal was the red one. We'll use both of them. We'll use the red and the orange. Oh, Scandal is the bright orange one. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so we're going to take Millie's advice and use our silicone applicator. By the way, I got like 6 of these babies for like $7 on Amazon. So if anybody's curious, I can send you the link. I do really like them. These are so soft, you guys, these shadows. So apply with caution. Oh my gosh. I feel like I am putting the makeup of the gods on my face right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to leave a little bit of room on this outer corner to go through with Fashion for Success. So I would have a feeling that a little is more than enough with this, because if you pack on too much of this, you're going to get really, really textured lids. Like, I actually wish that I'd gone through with a little bit less. I mean, hello, I feel like I just laminated my eyelid. This is crazy. Wow. Okay. Okay, so let's go through with Fashion for Success on the outer part of the lid. Who else has Alicia Keys' Girl on Fire in their head now? Because I do. Oh, I just colored outside the lines. It's all right. Anara, if you want, I'll send you those, I'll send you the link to these or whatever. Well, you guys, so pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to take the side of the applicator that we use Scandal and just kind of like blend those two together. Yeah, but you guys can also see, thank you, honey. You can see that I have a little bit of kick up. So we're going to just whisk that out of the way. Not kick up. That's what happens in a pan. We have some fallout. You know, that other thing. Kick up never bothers me. Fallout, I don't love so much. And I'm just going to take this little dab here. All right. So let's get that a little blended out. What should we use? What should we use? Hold on. Please stand by. I'm just going to grab this Natasha Denona and use some of this orange in the crease, because why not? All right. We're going to take the Rephr 27. This is the new blender that I think looks so cool. It feels really nice and soft. And we'll just blend this in a little bit. So I hope everybody had a good Sunday. What did you guys do? Woo! Feeling fiery. Like it a lot. Wowie zowie. Yeah. Natalia, I would say that, so when you spray the brush, you're also kind of like changing the formula of the shadow. Like you're making it more wet and like thinner. So this actually just works like a silicone applicator, just works like your finger does basically, and like presses that formula in, and almost like, it almost just makes it blend into your skin a little bit more. Where wetting gives it almost like that liquidy foiled appearance. But even when a shadow brush is wet, you still have those bristles that are going to move that product around more, as opposed to a silicone applicator is just almost going to like press it into the skin. That's how I feel anyway. So I'm just taking that lighter shade in the Natasha Denona palette and just pulling some of that into the front on the same brush. Because who's got time to grab another brush? Not I. Pretty. Okay. Awesome. I am very, very happy with that. Like I mean, like it is molten lava. Molten lava. So pretty. Sorry, since I'm doing this for the first time, this is a first impressions, and you're also just going to get my wows and oohs. So that's just part of it. Let's see. Caitlin is asking, what's the advice on lipstick with eye shades? You know, some of that is just personal preference. Like I am that person that I want something that is either two things are going to be balanced together on the like excitement scale, if you will. So it's either like both are mid-range or one is like more pow and one is more subdued. So I think really like everybody in their collection should have a great nude. And that doesn't mean like concealer lip. It just means like a good natural soft color. I think, you know, but I wouldn't like balk at somebody who decided to wear this with a red lip either. So I think that it really is all in personal preference. A lot of times I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm wearing like a cool toned look, so I want to go in with like a cool lip. But sometimes for me, if I'm wearing a blue purple eyeshadow, I want to go in with something like warmer on my lips just for contrast. So the more you contrast it, color families, the more like stark it's going to be. But if you stay in those same color families or like cool versus warm, you're going to get a little bit more subdued. I don't know if that is if that's helpful at all. All right, Phoenix Flames. Yes, this is exactly like, whew. Yeah, the orange continues. So seriously, Locke, right when I swatched that orange shadow, I was like, yeah, oh, bye, Anara. I was like, yeah, Alana needs this. She needs this shade. So hopefully she gets to watch this when she wakes up. All right, you guys, should we do something more like cool toned on this side? So I think we should definitely use that. Should we use this one? This was one of the marbled shades, maybe on the inner corner. And then what do you guys want to see from here? I don't know. I haven't used the holos yet, so I think that the holo could be kind of fun. I don't know. You guys tell me. Hey, Ash. Thank you for hopping in. Oh, you guys, Ash is also responsible for this purchase because I watched her video and I was bummed because Ash, that color that you were wearing in your video, I was like, yes, I need that. I need that to put on my face because it looks beautiful on her face. But then I did my shopping and I never added it. So it's okay. Next time I'm going to add it. So you guys make sure to go check Dr. Ash's video as well, because she got a lot. She got a lot of them. So you'll get to see lots of beautiful swatches as well. All right. So I'm just going to go in and I am going to use, I don't know. You guys pick holo or the green one. I don't know which one. I can't. Aileen's saying the lavender. Well, I don't know which one you think is lavender. Oh, I can't decide. You're all here. You should be deciding for me. Okay. So, wait, did my baby, the orange is so hot, I should show it all? Like I should do all orange? I'm not sure what you're asking, babe. Okay. I have some people saying holo, so let's go with the holo. And this way I'll get to use this brush too. So let's try out the Rephr 28 brush. We will go through with the holo shade. Pop this on. And again, these are kind of flaky, so proceed with caution. So whenever I'm working with something flaky, I always pat first to like lay it down. And then I'll start swiping. So why don't we go first with this, and then maybe we'll use the silicone applicator over the top and see what we think. But this isn't quite as flaky as the marble formula, so I'm not having too much of a problem. And you guys, unfortunately, you won't be able to see the subtlety to this because it's like little tiny, like little fairy lights dancing on my eyelid. So pretty. So I think with this, we can probably add a couple of the other colors. That'll be fun. I do wish that I had used a primer that had a little bit more of a base color to it though, but that's okay. Because if I'm going to use some of these more sheer colors, I feel like I want something that goes over my lid space just because I have really like veiny lids. Okay, so why don't we add in, what should we add? Trying to look at my face. I'm going to go in with this one here. Janvier, hello. Thank you for popping in. Okay, so we're going to go in with, should we do laser? I'm going to do laser. So let's take that little like MAC brush that I just got, the more like duo fibery one. And we'll just put a little laser in here. I don't know how that's going to look, but we'll try it. It's going to be cooler toned, but let's go for it. Because at this point, we're just doing it to see what it looks like. It's pretty. I think I'm going to layer it over the front of that hollow. I like this brush a lot. It gives like a little bit of a diffused finish. Again, this is the 283, courtesy of the 75% off section at the CCS. And there I go. I'll be back. So now I feel like I want something warmer on the outside. So why don't we go through with that last shade? I'm going to use the same brush. I'm just cleaning it off well. I don't know. I'm just trying this out. So this is that really bright, like orangey one. And we're going to do that on the outside. Why? Because we can. This one is definitely a little flakier in texture. Ooh, pretty. And we'll build that a little bit over. This might end up looking like a paint by numbers when we're all done, but I don't care. It's pretty. All right. Well, since we have it, why don't we, I feel like I'm checking my painter's palette here. Why don't we take that, let me grab it. This is that color that I used on my inner corner the other day. Let's take Top Nude, and we're just going to run it through the, like through that middle part of our lid, just because I think this is going to look kind of like really light pinky. And this is the Rephr 26. And then we can use a little bit of this in our inner corner as well. I don't even feel like I need other shadows with this, or like, you know, like matte colors to ground it. I'm just going to end up having a beautiful, like shifty eyelid. Oh, you guys, those shimmers are so pretty. All right, let's use this on our inner corner as well. And normally I would probably lay a concealer down first, just because, especially today, my inner corner is like really, really dark, but you guys will be able to get the idea here. And I didn't put on any other makeup because I was like, oh, this is probably going to end up all over my face. Now I kind of want to like tap something over that like center. Just because we're just like playing with it, let's go ahead and just tap a little bit of, ooh, did we take that? Hold on, losing track. So let's take a little bit of a fair, and we're gonna actually tap that over Holo. I know it's probably gonna cover it up, but we're just gonna get like a multi-chromy look going on here. And yes, I'm using my finger because now I feel like we've got like all the shimmer. Yes, glitter glue. I did grab out some glitter glue, and I didn't actually use it, but it's actually sticking really well. I don't feel like I'm lacking for anything. It probably isn't going to stay on as long, but the primer that I put on is very, very tacky. This Alamar Cosmetics is quite tacky. All right. So let's just take a little bit. What did I snag out? I pulled out something. Since this is something I'm trying to pan, I think I'm just going to take a little bit of Nectar from my Lorac Pro 2 palette. And we're just going to like very gently like buff that up. If I can find a baby brush. What do we got here? I really, really need to do a brush cleaning very, very badly. This will be good. This is just a little like elf brush. And we'll just round this out a little bit. I would totally like, this is just that like, I feel like this could be like kind of like bad girl, good girl, you know? So pretty. All right. Ooh, pretty. All right. So what do you guys think? Like, I am so very happy with all of these shades. Like, I don't think honestly, the only thing that I think I'm not even disappointed in, but maybe like a little worried about is the dark marbles, just because they are like really, really messy and kind of like extra flaky. So what I'll have to do is go ahead and do a couple looks with these. Like, I'll post something on Instagram for you guys. If you haven't followed me, it's KEEPBEAUTYREAL on Instagram, but I will definitely make sure to post some looks coming up. I have a lot of things coming because of my looks with my top 10 spring palettes, but we'll go ahead and do that. I see. Hold on, Aileen. Hold on. I will put some purple liner on for you, my darling. So, do you want it on the, are you talking about inner rim or like on the top? Let me know. So we will do some purple liner, and then we're going to throw on some lashes as well. As soon as Aileen tells me where the queen wants her purple liner to be. And I'm going to pick out a couple purples, although I think I have the one I want to use. Janvier, you're being converted to orange eyeshadow? Yes. Like, I've always liked some orange eyeshadow, but it's, so should we go through? This is Piggy Bank, I think. Yeah, this is Piggy Bank. So let's go ahead. So usually what I was going to do, Little Miss Throw a Fit, is put anything on my lower lash line once this whole look is done. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll do my inner right now. And then once I get some concealer on, I'll go ahead and do it on the rest. Sorry for anybody that this creeps out. That's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, why don't I actually, you know what? I'm going to do the top lid as well because we're using lashes tonight, which means I have clear eyeliner, clear liner to use, so we won't have to cover up this purple with anything. Oh, okay. So we just talked about this the other night. These ColourPop liners are so nice, but they break or they dry out. It drives me nuts. They do one or the other to you. All right, I've got some purple liner going. Let me get a little bit more. This color I just love. So pretty. Did I make you happy, Aileen? You know, it's Rupi's birthday, not yours. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to curl my lashes and throw on some mascara, and then we'll put on some lashies. So if you guys didn't see, I did do a video on the lashes. They are from Moxie Lash, and they are a no magnet lash. And so what they say is no glue. I don't necessarily feel comfortable saying that. What I do feel comfortable saying is that it's a clear adhesive that to me comes off way easier than glue. But that probably isn't very marketable. But the nice thing is because you can use it with clear or black with their lashes, you don't have to cover up beautiful purple eyeliner, which is going to be a lot of fun. Okay. Thank you, Liz. Or Liz isn't even in here. I thought I saw something from Liz. Because we were talking about the liner, because I was messaging with Liz. She's like, ColourPop liners, they just dry out. Okay, so I'm going to put on some mascara. I'm going to go ahead and use the NARS Climax Extreme. This was one that you guys had picked on Instagram when I was like looking for a new mascara to pull out. And I can pop this on so you guys can see it. I've definitely used it a few times now, and it's really nice. I'm just going to throw this on my top lashes for now so that we can get the lashes on so you guys can see, because I know we've been here quite a while, but for anyone that wants to see the lashes, and then I'll finish up my look at the end. So throw on some makeup. Oh. See, this is why I don't like big wands, is because I get mascara everywhere. I did it on both eyes. That's all right. We'll just let it dry for a minute. So I really like this mascara. I've not used the one in the red tube. This is the only one that I've tried. But I'm really liking this. Like, it just really goes on so nicely. It's definitely a wetter formula. So if that's not your jam, you probably won't like this. But I like a wetter formula at first so that it doesn't dry out too quickly. Oh, Maria's saying that she gets transferred from this one. Do you have the one in the black tube or the red one? Because there's like, because I have Climax Extreme and then there's Climax, the regular Climax. All right. Okay, I'm going to go get my lashes glue. I just realized that I didn't do that, so please stand by. Yeah, okay. Whoop, there we go. We've got it. That's my lash hoard in the back there. Okay. I'm just looking to see if I am missing anything. By the way, if I missed anything while I was like applying, like people screaming at me to do purple eyeliner, just let me know now that I have a second to look. So I just got this little mini liner when I got the Lovely Lash. And that's the one that I'm going to use because I feel like this is going to last me a while, and I didn't want to buy a big one, partially because they're like $45 full price, but also because I feel like it's going to dry out, and why get a big one? So we've got our little baby one. So we had, and I'll show you guys these. This is the Wifey Lash, and we have the Giddy Lash, and then these little babies, which are the Baby Lash. So on Instagram, the one that went out was the Giddy Lash. So these lashes have a silicone band on them. So you use this adhesive and you don't have to wait in between. You just throw it on, and then these lashes stick right to that. And you can get the clear. You can also get black if you prefer black. But I really, with my small amount of lid space, I don't like to use liner that much unless my friend wants me to put on purple liner. So, well, Aileen, you didn't vote online. You didn't vote on Instagram, I don't think, because I didn't see a vote from you. Giddy won. But these are actually still quite wispy, so I think these ones should be okay. So in case you guys haven't seen these, I'll show you the Giddy Lash. This is the one we're going to use tonight. This I like because it's like very natural looking. The lovely lash that I got, which is this one here, these are just a little, they're even a little bit more natural. So I feel like the Giddy is just a little bit longer. And then they have a silicone band on them. So they're pretty sticky. And then they just plop right on. And I mentioned in my video that I just feel like this adhesive is almost a little bit more like, kind of like a rubber cement, really. So it just comes off of your lash line so much better than a regular lash glue. And they really do wear all day. And this one goes on kind of that like iridescent color that I'm getting all into my lash line or into my lashes at the ends. So you can still see where you're laying this down, but it doesn't like, you know, make a mess everywhere. Just going to comb that out really quick because I am a Neanderthal and I cannot lay that down properly. And I do not usually use tweezers or an eyelash applicator when I do my lashes. So we are not going to do that today. And these ones actually, they're, to me, these aren't even like a full lash. They are like a 2/3 lash. Now, these were, I believe, $30 or $35 regularly. They are doing an Afterpay deal, actually, I think through today. So you can use the code Afterpay for 20% off. I had a 10% off code. And of course, like just afterwards, the new code came out. I was like, oh, man, could have gotten another 10% off. Thank you, Natalia. So I'm just kind of like ungluing my lashes there because I got a little messy with that liner. But these, I think they just add a little bit of length. I don't like anything like too dramatic. These are pretty. I'm going to finally dust off this mascara that we got everywhere. By the way, I love these. I know I've talked about this before, but I love these little like sponge tip applicators you can get from Ulta because they have the one really fine side that I can like pick off messes with, and then the flat side that I use to like take off like eyeliner. So that is the Giddy Lash. I'm like trying to like look at you guys, but then I can't see. All right, so then we'll go on the other side. So did you guys get the Rephr brush set? I was excited to pick it up. The only one we didn't use tonight was the little like flat, almost like flat liner. I was able to get it during the time that it was in the concept store. So I did get it for that like reduced price. And I really do like the Rephr brushes. I don't think that they are the softest of brushes. I mean, this blending brush feels really soft, but a couple of my others, it's not like the softest, but they are really nice. And especially when you get them in the concept store, that's such a great deal. And I really like a couple of their shapes that they have are kind of unique. So when this adhesive goes on, it is, like I said, almost like a rubber cement. So you're able to like pop it on and off a couple times. You don't have to feel like one and done. You can kind of take them off and get them back on, which is really nice. But this way, since we were able to use clear, like super, super clear, we don't have to worry about losing our pretty purple. And then I'm just using the tweezers to kind of like pull my own lashes back out. So I just feel like they still look, they don't look like crazy dramatic. They look just like an elevated look. This one over here is a little chunky just because my own natural lashes kind of got squished together, but that's my fault. So this is like so pretty. These are just like really natural for a dramatic lash, if that makes sense. Yeah, everybody's liking their brushes. So like I said, the only one that I haven't used is this little like flatliner brush. And this is the 29, and I can go ahead and drop it, but I can go ahead and use that on our under eye. Aileen, you like these lashes? All right. So I have to say, you guys, like, I am loving these eyeshadows. I'm loving these eyeshadows. I'm going to go ahead and just throw on a little bit of a base for anybody that has any questions about the Glam Shop shadows. Feel free to ask. I don't know if I missed anything about the lashes. I am going to be doing another video with all of these lashes so that you guys can see all the styles. I'm going to wear all of them with like minimal eye makeup just so you can see what they really look like on my eyes. But since I had them, and of course we need to frame the beautiful painting that we put on tonight, I thought lashes tonight would be a good idea. So I will definitely be showing you guys more details of the lashes, but the eyeshadows are amazing. So I have to say, I have not gotten any of the palettes, but I would be very curious to get a palette just in all honesty, to be able to try the matte formula out. Now, Ash, did you get any of the mattes? So I'm just going to go through with, I'm going to zoom you guys out a little bit. There we go. I'm just going to go through with some Bare Minerals. This is Ginger, which is probably going to be a little dark. Oh my gosh, is anybody else scared for me? I'll have to like post a picture if I've got eyeshadow all over everything. Oh, Ash says she does have one of the palettes. So I would be really curious. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad I could show you my shadow collection, which is probably going to be growing. I'm not going to lie. But I would be curious to try a few of the mattes. And I feel like a palette from Glam Shop is going to be the way to go, because I was talking to Kara from Beauty and the Frizz, and she was like, you know, you feel like to get really like unique shadows, you have to get single shadows anymore. And she was like, for some of these shadows in these palettes, like you're really getting some beautiful special shades. And so I was like, okay, well, now I got to go on and get a palette. And I'm just very quickly just trying to like even out my skin a little bit. That way we can play a little under the lash line. Now I'm kind of wishing that I had gotten one. Maybe we'll take, oh, I wish I had gotten like something like really gold to be able to throw under this lash line on my little like fire side. All right, that is good enough for me. Do I feel that or I don't know if you're maybe talking to Ash. I don't think that it's a light or dark. I think it's formula to formula, Aileen. Like, I think that the marbles, if you don't really meld them together, they're going to show more texture because they have that flaky formula. But I think either way, because like, you know, these are marbles on this side and they are a little bit thicker, whereas these are just the regular Turbo Glow. And then there's that hollow that's underneath, and that's going to be a little bit thinner formula. So a thinner formula is just automatically going to show less texture. So if you want something that's less textured, I would just stay away from the marbles just because of that flakiness. Let's go through with the Jouer Essential High Coverage. But I mean, I think that like the Turbo Glow formula, and especially for the price, like it's where I would start. And I think they really, like Aileen, if you check on their website, there's really some beautiful shades that aren't like too crazy color-wise. You know what I mean? Like you can still, they have some beautiful, what I would say like neutral lover shades. But you know, even something that's like color, but isn't like overly like bam. Definitely. Woo. Blending, blending, fast, fast. Yeah, I would agree with what Ash is saying here. Because I definitely like, because here on my arm, you know, I showed both where you could like tap it, like they say, to be able to show the marbled texture or blend them together. And I think that you really, really, you're going to get a better outcome from blending them together, which just makes sense. I mean, anytime you're going to be able to like meld something a little bit into your skin more, and definitely not using a lot. But Aileen, I know you just had an adventure with a loose pigment, and these all together are still going to be a little easier to use than a loose pigment, I think. By the way, if you guys haven't seen that video from Aileen, she was a trooper, man, trying out blue eyeshadow and loose pigments. All right. I feel pretty good about that. Let's take a little powder. Don't really need a lot, but we'll take a little bit of the RCMA. Girl, that loose pigment. Honestly, I think that you were your worst critic, but yeah, I don't think that it was the best. So just got my little bucket of RCMA here. Okay, now let's go ahead and throw some shadow underneath, shall we? Let's see what we've got to play with. All right. So why don't we take that? Which one should we do? I am going to take that Rephr 26. Give it a good clean off here. And let's go actually, I think I kind of want some contrast. So we'll go into that last turbo pigment that I used. Turbo Wata Kukroa. Wow. Oh, what a shame. Now I need to take some language lessons. Okay, so we're just going to run this one underneath because I think it's going to contrast that purple in our lash line really nicely. This one is so flaky though. So we'll do this on the outside, and I'm really going to like pack it in. And then we might as well just mimic what we did on the top. So let's go ahead and take, I think that was laser, and we'll put that on the inside. I like me enough shadow underneath that I can hide a little bit of the fine lines. That's really pretty. All right. I think I just kicked a little bit of that like dust up into my eyeball. Okay, so why don't we go on this side, and we'll actually use, let's use this, I believe that was nude, top nude. Yeah. And then we will use that as our inner corner. And I'm just going to use this tiny little MAC 211. Oh, very, very soft. And we'll pack this in here. Whew. I totally got a ton on my brush. Super pretty. I just need to kick this off with a clean brush. Oh, I just did a swatch fest and then I just put a bunch of, I just put my fingers on my face. What am I thinking? Okay, so why don't we take this 211 brush and just pack a little bit more on. Cool. And then let's take, since I've got Divina sitting here, let's go ahead and take, should I do the brown or the black, you guys? Should we just go for it like full darkness and go ahead and use Karma? Because I'm thinking either Karma or Adorn on the lower lash line on this side. So do you guys want to see black or brown? Hey, Michelle, thanks for hopping on. All right. So this way we can use that little Rephr brush. So why don't I just start with Karma on the outside? Because we all know that this is very, very, very pigmented. I'll zoom you guys in again as much as I can anyway. So I just, anytime I'm using a black shadow, I always put it on and then just give it a little tap and then a little wiggle. So we'll just get a little, bye, Aileen. See you later. So I'm just going to do a little on this side. Pretty. And then let's push that into the lash line on the top, just on the very outer corner. Why I didn't do this before I had lashes on will be forever a mystery to me. And then we'll fade that into the brown. Trying to hold on until the juice runs out. Oh, well, we're almost there. So I'm just taking that Divina Karma and then running it into Adorn. So it goes from black into brown. And I'm going to put a little, let's go through with the Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes on our inner rim here. I bet this little brush is going to be so good. You know, when you get that really annoying gap between your waterline and your lash line, I think this is going to be really good to be able to like tap this in. Yeah, it's working really, really well. So pretty. That's my pretty wiggle. All right, let's get a little bit of mascara on these lashes. I don't know what I should use for blush, you guys. Like, I'm probably just going to skip the bronzer. Aileen, don't be mad. Don't be mad. But for time's sake, I'll probably just skip the bronzer. But I do want to throw on a little bit of a blush. Oh, I just used that darn tip and gave myself another little speck. That's all right. We'll get it after the blush. Okay, nice. You guys, look how perfectly that little 29 brush, was it the 29? Did that liner. Also, Michelle is in the house, and I know that she got her Katie Jane Hughes and Spectrum set because she was so amazingly lucky. I was so glad that it was someone that I know who won that Spectrum set, and I was watching her video, and I cannot wait to get mine because there are all sorts of tiny little brushes in that set, and I am a tiny brush user, so I bet there are going to be some killer, what do you call it? Like liner brushes in there, like detailed eye brushes. Okay, so let's go ahead. Blush. What shall we use? Let's just go through with Patrick Ta, shall we? Let's go through with Do We Know Her? I think this is going to be one that's like going to work with both looks. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, girl. I like, seriously, I was just like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Somebody that I know. And then you didn't have to go through the like Hunger Games of trying to get on the site. Let me tell you, I literally had 3 devices open and was refreshing, trying to be able to get in. It was like, come on, don't do me wrong. It's been a long time since I've used this blush. I forgot. All right. Pretty. Okay, I'm going to give a little spritz. Let's go through with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh. And I think I'm going to do a nude lip. I found this in my stash. And I was like, like I should try this out. So let's use this one. This is the Dose of Colors Nude Mood. We can give this one a go. I do want to wipe my lips off though, just because I have balm on. So we can use this and then see if we want a gloss. So you guys, I saw that right before I came on tonight, I was at 926 subscribers. So I did say that once I got to 925, that I would show something in my giveaway. So why don't I go ahead and do that? Sorry, talking and lip applying is not the best. These Dose of Colors lipsticks feel so good. I mean, they are relatively matte, but I feel like they aren't the most drying of mattes. So like I was saying, I said that once I got to 925 subscribers, every time I got another 25, I would show a little something that's in my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So what have I revealed already? Well, we know that last week I revealed that there's going to be a Flower Jungle Lights palette because I talked about that in my top 10 spring palettes. Let's see. I talked about, does anybody else remember? Oh, one of the Catrice lip glosses. So that's really exciting because I really do like that. So I got a Catrice Powerful 5 for you guys. And some other really amazing things. I can't remember. I think I teased one other thing. But why don't we pull out something that is going to be in this year's kit. So I am going to gift, let me see, because I've got it right over here for you guys. So that way we can make sure to use something that's actually in here. So I am going to be giving away one of the Fenty Gloss Bomb quads from Holiday. So you guys know that I love the Gloss Bombs. They are one of my favorite lip formulas. So one person will be getting these exact glosses. So we've got the Baby Brute, Taffy Tease, Cake Shake, and Ruby Milk. So we'll go ahead and, I don't think that I've used this Baby Brute shade. So let's go ahead and throw that one on over this. So, oh, thank you so much. So, wow, I forgot how much I like these Dose of Colors lipsticks. Like I have a really pretty like watermelon-y shade. And I forgot about it. So this is Baby Brute. It's just a really nice like sparkly nude. And we're just going to put a little bit on the center. So what I will do is for every 25 subscribers that I get, I will share another thing that is in the giveaway. It's a pretty good one, I think. But you'll have to stick around for the video where I share everything that's going to be in it. But make sure to share and have people subscribe because we'll get to that giveaway a little bit quicker. So, all right. I am really liking this look, you guys. Do you have a favorite side? I didn't put on highlighter. Do we need some highlighter? Let's go ahead and grab a highlighter. Let me know if you have a favorite look. Do you like the marble side or do you like the turbo glow side? I really like them both. I can't decide. Let's see. I know the one that I want to wear. Where is it? All right. I'm going to go through with an old school. We're going to go through with Becca Vanilla Quartz because I think because this has like that pearly, like yummy, warm business, it's going to go okay on both sides. We'll see. It's sort of weird when you're doing two very different looks to try to find something that's going to go with both. But I think that this will work. They're just rude. Rude. No, I think the eyes were supposed to be the whole star of the show. I mean, let's face it. Yeah, that's not like too, it's not too gold that it's going to take away. Oh, Janvier, thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there, baby. Soon, soon. All right, I'm just going to take a left-handed finger because it's the only one that doesn't have glitter all over it. And pop a little bit on my Cupid's bow. All right. Well, that is our look from tonight, you guys. Or looks. I have to say, I am so very excited to have my Glam Shop shadows. I can totally see myself being a Glam Shop addict. I am very excited. I really think, like I said, I will be trying out those darker marble formulas and showing you guys. I'll make sure to do something fun that I'll post on Instagram so that you guys can see those. Those are going to be the only ones that I would say maybe for a makeup novice isn't something to grab just because they're going to be a little bit harder to work with and definitely a little messier. But other than that, I am 100% happy with everything else. Even, you know, just these regular marbles, I think, yes, there's a little bit of a mess and a little bit of a learning curve with them, but to be able to get this beautiful, like just almost wet looking lid, it's amazing. And this is definitely more of that like ethereal, glowy, springy makeup. I love it. It's kind of similar to what I did from my look the other day, but not super similar. Oh, I'm getting that weird like lip gloss thing. Ugh. No, you guys don't need to see that. Nobody needs to see that. Okay, so let's see what else. These lashes, like I said, I'm definitely going to have to do a video showing you all of the styles in case you guys wanted to get any. But if you really do want to try a nice, like natural feeling, natural looking lash, you could definitely snag that tonight with the code AFTERPAY to get 20% off. But otherwise, that video will be coming soon. And I am super happy. The Rephr brushes, you guys know, like, the Rephr launches, they go so fast, but they do come back in stock. And I feel like they do sales regularly, but I am really happy with all of those. Let me tell you, the star of the show, actually, surprisingly, I think was this like number 29, because that line is like perfect. Wow. I do love their blending brushes. So the 27 and the 29 were probably like the stars for me. I would say this pencil brush is also really nice, the 26, but it's definitely a bigger brush. So it's going to be really nice for quick blown out under eyes too. So there's some of the deets for me. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Oh, look at this. Thank you, babe. Oh, well, you'll have to tell me when you get to see me face to face. Jeremy's getting used to see me with my two makeup looks. So does anybody have any questions before we head out for the night? I know all of us are probably going to be buying more Glam Shop shadows. I don't know. I think maybe we have a relationship together that's a little bit dangerous, but I'm loving getting to see all of these swatches. If you guys end up getting some and you aren't content creators, tag me in your swatches, like tag me on Instagram. I love seeing everybody's. I know like Anara showed me some of the rose gold shades because she knows I'm a rose gold lover. So I really appreciated that as well. But I appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out with me tonight. It's always a joy to get to spend a little bit of my weekend with you. And I truly do appreciate that you spend some of your weekend with me. I know our time is a valuable thing, and to have you guys spend it with me really means a lot. So thank you guys so much. I'm excited for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, hopefully coming soon. I mean, we'll see. Like, do you guys think maybe we could hit it by May? We'll have a May Day celebration, right? All right. So that is going to be it for me. I'm so glad you all could hang out with me. I am going to go wash off these swatches before I make an entire mess. So that's it. I'll see you really soon. Bye, guys.